Hey, welcome back, everybody. Thanks for tuning in and watching the Cypress Sports Show brought to you by Coach's Corner, your go-to spot before and after the game. I'm Jeff Russell here, as always, with Mark Slevcove. Little bit different this time. We're going to go virtually. Coach Slevcove feeling a little under the weather, but we didn't go to the bullpen for 5-4. We almost did. We still have Slev here. Slev, how you feeling?
I've been better, Coach. I've been better, but I'm here, and let's get through this thing.
Awesome. Well, hey, good to see you. I'm glad you're here. We're obviously going to check in later with Krebs and our segment Kruisin with Krebs, and then we're going to also have today the girls soccer players on, Rylee Schneider and Alexis Schober. Super excited about talking to them about the season and getting kind of the view of course, the new league and how it fits with the girls soccer program, a little bit different, very competitive. But before we get to that, let's jump in with the sports report. Boys basketball, good week. Coming back, bouncing back from some struggles early. They had a great week last week.
Yeah, they sure did. That was an exciting week for them. They needed that. They're playing really well as we wind down the seasons here. League is going to end in the middle of next week for just about every sport. And girls water polo has already ended, so we're coming down to the end. The boys basketball team did get a sweep last week with big wins over La Habra and Canyon. As with all the games this league season, came down to the wire. Right, if you were there last week, Hayden Roberts, 4 seconds left, hits a big three-pointer to take the lead. Ryan Gubb, our little point guard, hit the 1,000-point mark as well. Just 6 guys in Cypress history have done that, and the boys are up to number 9 in the Orange County rankings. So quite a week. They had a bye on Tuesday, and then they got their final home game for league Friday night versus Crean Lutheran. So good luck to Coach Mitchell and the guys. Girls basketball team lost both games last week to La Habra and Yorba Linda. The girls look to finish strong with 2 games left, starting with Sonora at home on Friday night. Boys soccer team had an exciting victory over Pacifica to move into a tie for first in league. Adam Mayer had the hat trick. Big Adam usually plays defense. Coach switched it up, put him up in front, and the kid goes off for 3 goals. So great game by Adam, great game by all the boys in that highly contested game last Wednesday night. Then the boys came back and lost to El Medina 1-0 on Friday night. Girls soccer team lost to Canyon 1-0, Crean Lutheran 1-0. They're so close in league, Coach. They're right there in every single game. Just things aren't exactly going their way. They got 1 game left now after beating La Habra last night 1-0. So they got Yorba Linda to finish up the league season. Girls water polo got a much-needed win versus Sonora on Thursday last week, and then they went 3-1 in the Garden Grove tournament over the weekend. And then they finished up their league season yesterday with a loss to Troy. Boys wrestling taking some time off this week, going into league finals next week. The girls wrestling team will partake in the CIF duels on Saturday at Paloma Valley. And then cheer and song, the cheer team competed in the CIF Southern Section Championships in Riverside last Saturday. They gave a spirited performance. They did very well, finished in the top 10, but didn't quite bring home the hardware. They got another chance this weekend, though, at the CIF State Championships. So they're competing. Song is competing as well in another competition out in Riverside.
Well, very cool. Very cool. Yeah, we're finishing up the winter season, man. Again, it just seems like the years we start flying by. I mean, already through the winter, jumping into the CIF playoffs. What better way to jump in to things than to jump in our destination jiu-jitsu segment, Cruising with Krebs. Now, last week, we were cruising with Krebs, sort of. I mean, really, Sleva was like me and you were cruising, and Krebs, we missed her last week, but she's back again this week. We're happy to have her. What do we got, Marissa?
Hey guys, so this week we have, if you could get rid of any sport, what would it be and why? So
get rid of it, like just totally get rid of it, nothing out, totally get rid of sports.
Just totally abolish the sport. So it caused a little controversy. There was some that were saying golf. There was some that were saying bowling. I think bowling's a pretty solid one. I think bowling's a little boring.
I would go with bowling. I just, if to me it's a sport, right? Like, the professionals should be that much better than everyone, right? The fact that I can practice a few times and maybe bowl a 300, which is a perfect score, Slev, you're not going to shoot 18 under par, birdie on every hole in golf. We're not going to shoot a 59. We're not going to hit,
You're not going to bowl 300. There's
but
no way you get 300.
If I practiced, you can't. My point is, there are people in men's leagues who just go out in a men's league and they bowl 300. I have a buddy who has bowled a 300 game, and I would not call him a professional bowler. No one else is going to do that. Like, what other sport?
That's true.
Cycling. Get rid of cycling.
Oh man, you couldn't go up over a freeway.
Not right now.
Especially
not ever. Your beach cruiser won't make it. Well, Krebs, we're glad to have you back, and look forward to seeing. So what did you think of the answers?
Oh, I thought some of them were really funny. I think, there was one of them where it was like, oh, cheer, because, everyone can jump. And then, it was John Short, and he was just jumping everywhere, and it was pretty funny. So I think this week is very, very fun to watch. So let's check it out. It's time for Kruisin with Krebs. Hey guys, I'm here with Isabel Aguilar from girls volleyball.
I'm Imani and I'm from cheer.
Sebastian, I play football.
Okay, I'm here with Miley McKinnon on girls volleyball. Okay, I'm here with John Short from baseball. Okay guys, I'm here with Clayton from boys volleyball, and the question of the week is, if you could get rid of one sport, what would it be and why?
I'd honestly probably get rid of soccer because it doesn't need a whole lot of skill to it.
Horseback riding because it is cruelty to horses.
I would get rid of baseball because it's not really that interesting and all you do is hit the ball and run.
One sport I would get rid of is golf because I feel like it's pointless and no one watches it.
I'll say cheerleading because I think anyone can do that.
Definitely girls volleyball because they can't even jump for real.
And who made it farther in CIF? Okay, thanks.
All right, well, that is awesome. Yeah, I mean, we're going to get some controversy in that one, Slev. I mean, talking about getting rid of a sport, I mean, those that are in that sport are going to have a lot to say about getting rid of the sport. Maybe we got to follow this up with something else.
Yeah, remember there used to be discussions on whether things are sports or not. Now we're just going to get rid of the sport altogether.
Yeah.
Girls soccer, what about that? Get rid of that sport.
No
No way.
We're definitely going to have to talk to them about that and see if that's something that we're going to do. Well, let's get to it. Today, we're going to welcome girls soccer players Rylee Schneider and Alexis Schober to the program. Thanks for being here, ladies.
Of course.
Thank you.
All right, we're sure that you've watched the show a million times, so you know exactly what to expect. A lot of tough questions coming your way. You guys excited to be here?
Yes, very excited.
Total lies. Mr. Delgado already filled us in, said you basically just woke up. So it's all right. We're glad you're here. We're glad you're here anyways. Tell us real quick, though, how did you guys first get into soccer? I mean, what really inspired you to kind of pick that and stick to that sport?
I think I mainly got into the sport because of my parents, because at a young age, they tried to put me into different sports like baseball, softball, and then soccer was one of the later sports they put me in. But I think it's just been something that I've always really liked, and I have I think excelled in it over the years. So it's been something that I've been very passionate about. So I think that's why I still play.
Rylee had a lot of promise, coach, on the full Angels way back in the day. She was a lot of promise in the baseball world, but she
Best player on that team.
Exactly.
I played a lot of sports, and then I was doing dance, and then I was doing soccer. And then one day I told my mom that I only went to dance because I like to see my friends. And she was like, well, you're not doing that anymore, and you're not wasting my money. So I went with soccer, and then I just kind of stuck with it, and then here I am.
Hey, listen, as a dad of two daughters who danced, I think your mom was going to be very happy about you not being in dance and forking over. I'm not that soccer is any cheaper with club, but I can tell you dance is it's just ridiculous. So I'm glad you went to soccer too. I'll tell my kids that.
So what kind of soccer players were you guys when you first started, and how has your game evolved? Were you guys naturals right from the get-go?
I wouldn't say I was a natural. I was definitely not that good. But I think after a few years of like changing around club teams and playing a lot more, I think I've definitely gotten a lot better. And I think I've like started to like take into like whatever I've learned in soccer into everyday life and taking things that I have learned in everyday life into soccer. So I think that has like changed me as a player also.
When I started out, I was not the best. I kind of stood in the front, waited for the ball to come to me, tried to go and score. And then now I've realized I play more in the midfield. I kind of observe, and I like to distribute the ball, and I'm not really a ball hog anymore. So that's how my game has changed a little bit.
No more ball hogging. Is that the advice you'd give your younger self? Don't be a ball hog.
Exactly. Distribute the ball, please. Stop trying to dribble.
Okay, what about you, Rylee? What advice would you give your younger self?
Don't try and be a goalie.
Both good advice. Both good. Was there like a specific moment? You said you played other sports, right? Baseball and stuff. You were in dance. Was there a specific moment when you were in soccer or a game where you just finally it just clicked and you realized, okay, I truly belong in soccer. Like I'm a soccer player.
I don't think like while I was in a game I realized that. I think I realized outside of it, like when I was on breaks from soccer and stuff, like how much I did miss playing and like being in that environment and like being competitive with everyone. I think that's what I like made me realize that I really enjoyed the sport.
I agree. There was never a specific moment for me, but when I realized when I started telling my mom, like, Mom, I want to go to this training, I want to go to this camp. I saw myself like wanting to play the sport more, and I was never like that with anything else. That was kind of my passion.
That's when you know it's a passion of yours. When you don't have to be told to do it, you want to do it on your own. I love that. That's great. All right, Rylee. Specific question for you here. The Brito family. Who is the best athlete of all your cousins, your uncles, everybody, grandparents, all of them? Who's the best athlete in the Brito clan?
I mean, I can't be biased and say myself. So
You can.
I can.
Say
No,
yourself.
I can't. I think I would have to choose. I can't choose them. I don't know.
Your
Wait.
grandma.
I would probably have to say I would like to say my brother was very athletic. I think he was definitely one of the more athletic people in the family. I think Jake, one of my cousins, was very athletic. And then, of course, my uncle Bob. And then I would like to say my mom. My mom would hate me if I didn't say her. So.
Oh, yeah. Your mom was a well-rounded athlete, right? Well-rounded, cheerleader, softball, all of it. Yeah. Alexis, how about you? What was your biggest inspiration? Who shaped you in your soccer life?
Like, are you talking about a
Like,
famous person?
Who do you look up to in the soccer world?
I've always looked up to my older cousin. She is, I think, 2 years older than me, and everything she did, I wanted to do. So I would go to her practices. I always found myself like wanting to play like her. I'd go to her games. I try to like do my best to just be like her. So she was always someone I looked up to while I played.
Very cool. Well, you guys, I mean, starting at a young age, you said, you're really wanting to go to training, to practice all the time, right? You probably prepare differently now than what you did when you were younger, right? So how do you mentally and physically prepare for your training schedule? And then how do you kind of balance, school and home life?
I've never really been the type to be super like, I get nervous easily. So I just try to calm myself down and just realize like, it's going to be okay. It's not the end of the world if you do bad. So I preparing myself, I just try not to think about it. And I just think, just play your game. That's the best. Just try your best. I've always been told that by my parents to just try my best at whatever I do, just do my best. So that's how I kind of prepare for my
And I think that's like something that we have in common. Like I stress and like I get very nervous about some situations very easily. So I think I'm like very like up to date with everything to the point where it's like I just don't allow myself like the time to like fully comprehend like how much like I'm doing at a time. So I think it's just like I just go through it. Like I know it's not the end of the world if like I have a bad practice or something.
All right. Well, we are close to the end of the year, so you guys have well established your roles on the team throughout the season. Tell us what your roles are, how coach would describe you guys as soccer players.
I mean, for me, it's like a little bit easier. I'm the 2-year captain of the team, so my role is basically just a big leadership role and trying to get everyone involved with the team and keeping everyone on task and kind of just leading by example. I think that's one thing that Coach Nicole would say that I do for the team.
I think Coach Nicole would say I have a great energy and I lift the team up when we need it. And I'm always have a positive attitude no matter what I do. And I'd make the practices a little more enjoyable.
There you go.
Oh, very cool. Yeah, training is never easy, right? It's the toughest part, right? The fun part is the game. So on game day, what is your favorite part of game day from either, the time, basically from the time you arrive at the field to the final whistle? What's your favorite part of the game day?
I think if we're talking from when we get to the field and like while we're playing, I think one of my favorite parts is warming up with the team. I think like we're all very close. We're like a close-knit group. So warming up is fun and enjoyable. And I think that's something that I really enjoyed this year compared to last year's. I feel like we just all like mix better together this year. So
I would have to agree. I enjoy warming up with the team and listening to music, and everybody's like in a good mood and we're excited to play the game. I would really agree with that. Yeah.
Do you got a favorite song that you play?
There's a couple.
I don't know.
We've been into house music recently,
Yes.
So Pump It Up, that's one of my go-tos.
Afraid to Feel, Atmosphere.
Yeah.
The list could go on for a while.
The
Okay.
Beat It On, that's another one.
All right, we got our first league win last night versus La Habra. This new league, talk about the challenges that it's brought this year. Playing all new schools, it's been a difficult quest the last several weeks. We're very close to winning games. We just haven't got over the hump. What's been the challenge in league?
I think that one of the main challenges this year is just we've had to deal with so many injuries, like right from the start. It's like ankles and knees and like concussions and stuff. So I think that has really put our team on a major setback. But I think another thing is that we are in a harder league compared to like past years where we don't have like that like give me game where it's like, oh, this is an easy win. Like we got this. Like every game, it's like we have to give it our all, and if not, like we're done.
Yes, every team we've played against has been a very tough team. It's been a battle, and we haven't had as much players because so many injuries, and it's just different now. We normally know how the teams like to play. We know they're better players.
Yes.
We know their coaching style, and now it's like completely new. So it's been quite a challenge.
Yeah, it's definitely a new challenge for you guys for sure, and it's not going to get any easier in the years to come. But I know you guys. I mean, Coach, keep it going. You guys will be great. So, well, at this point in time, we come to the point of the show where we do the fast action questions. Have you guys seen those before?
Yes.
Yes.
You guys are all set? You ready?
Yes.
Hopefully, Mr. Delgado didn't share them with you ahead of time. All right, here we go. If you could play soccer anywhere in the world, where would it be?
Brazil.
Brazil. I was going to say that too.
Any reason why? Is there a reason?
We love Brazil.
Yes.
We
All right.
don't like Brazilians before practice.
Yes.
We play Brazilian music. We want to be Brazilian.
We were Brazil for World Cup for summer camp. You weren't there.
Yes, yes. If our team, right, just the soccer team, had its own mascot, what would it be? Centurions are the mascot of Cypress, but you guys in soccer have your own. What would you guys think your mascot would be?
I would I don't know. Okay, like it's an inside joke, but I have to say like I don't know, like a bomb, because like there was just hear me out. There's been like just an ongoing joke, just like blast. Like that's just an ongoing word that we always use, and so it's just
That's a
like
good
something
one.
that like resonates with the team and something that I think everyone would like see as like a happy and funny thing.
All right.
I was
All right.
thinking some type of sweet treat, like ice cream
Smart.
or something, because that's we all like eating. So yeah.
All right. Maybe you could combine them sometime, like, the Frigid Blast or something like that. I don't know.
Without a doubt.
One.
All right. Well, if you could trade with any pro soccer player for one day, who would it be?
Ronaldo.
I'm gonna have to go girl wise. I'm gonna
Oh,
have
girl.
no. You could go
No, you go anybody.
boy wise Messi, and then girl wise I would probably say Sophia Smith.
All right. Any reason why you picked them?
Messi, I would just like to see like what it is, like a day in his life, like how like different it is compared to mine. And then Sophia Smith, it's just I'd like to see it from like a girl point of view because it's completely different.
Ronaldo is the GOAT. I would want to be the GOAT for a day. That'd be amazing.
Your brother disagrees. So
I mean, both those two, well, three, but the two guys, obviously, I mean, Messi and I mean, people walk around like, I mean, we don't really get that in our day-to-day life. I mean, I don't. Maybe Slevcove, but not me. In hockey, I know it's not soccer, but in hockey, you score a goal. They play a goal song. It's specific to you. Do they have such a thing in soccer? If so, if they don't, we're going to say they do. What would be your goal song? What would be the thing we would play when you score?
Do you have a song already?
Gangnam Style.
Solid.
I would probably have to play. I don't even know. I'd play either. I'm trying to think of like a good song. Ooh, She's Gone, Dance On.
That's a good song, yeah.
All right, perfect. What's one thing what's one thing you pack or always have in your soccer bag that might surprise people?
I have a massage gun in my bag at all times for anyone with injuries and stuff.
I have this long stick that like to roll your leg out, but nobody really knows what it is. So it's like just this long stick in my bag, and it's kind of confusing, but yeah.
Okay. If the team had a blooper reel, what would be your blooper that would make the cut?
I don't know. Recently, this last game, the ref called offsides, and I thought they were calling the final whistle to win. So it would be me celebrating too early, running around thinking that the game ended, but it didn't.
I think mine would be probably me falling,
slamming that giant girl that we played against.
Green. It's either that or I would even have to say me and this one girl going at it when we first played La Habra. There was just some funny moments in that.
All right. Last one here. If you had one teammate to be stranded on a desert island with, who would it be and why?
Mine would be Olivia Veloz, because that's my best friend and we get along so amazingly. So, and I trust her with my life.
I'm thinking more like
Strategically,
but like mine also I would pick Jazzy Roberts, because I know like she would help kill, she'd help like do this stuff, and like I know I'd survive.
Yeah, we would die, but company's there.
And I also have my company. I get the best of both worlds.
Yeah, Alexis would be gone quick, and then Rylee would maybe survive. All right, very cool. Well, hey, thank you again, ladies. Thanks, Rylee and Alexis, for being here, being on the show. Thanks to our sponsors, Destination Jiu-Jitsu and Coach's Corner. Make sure you support those businesses for supporting us. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and we'll see you guys next week. Thanks, ladies.
Thank you.
Thank you.